Okay, welcome to Absolute Beginner Banjo number 3. This is the last video in my little series here. And today I want to talk to you about a couple things. Number one, we'll start off with, is a banjo tab. I have a little section of a song, an arrangement by Banjo Ben Clark of a song called Grandfather's Clock. And we're going to use that just to sort of talk about what the tab looks like and what you need to focus on. In this case, I'm going to use my pen for a pointer. I hope this works. You can see on the left-hand side the names of the strings, D, B, G, and so forth. These correspond to your banjo strings. This is the one that is actually closest to the floor, and this is the little drone string at the top. Because this is an absolute beginner video, my presumption is you don't read music and you've had no prior experience with this kind of thing. The whole point of tab is to allow you to be able to play a song, but the presumption is that you kind of know the song. So if you're looking at tab and you've never seen the song before and have no idea what the melody and things are, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. But if you kind of know the song, then the tab helps you out quite a bit. Also, and this is a good thing, most of the songs that we would be working on as banjo players, you're going to get from YouTube, and generally speaking, the people who provide the YouTube video will play the song for you, slow and fast, and also provide the tab for you. So let's take a quick look at the tab. And let me just mention that this is something you're going to be spending a lot of time on. You really need to focus on what's going on here on this tab. This is what's going to make you eventually really get some fun out of your banjo. So we see in this case the first note is a 0 on the 4th string, 1, 2, 3, the 4th line down. A 0, that means it's an open fret on the 4th string. And this little T, hopefully you can see that, the T means it's being played by the thumb. So this note represents using your thumb, which is the thumb pick, to play the 4th string open. And that should sound like this. And the next note is on the same string, it's still on the 4th string, but it's at the 2nd fret, again with the thumb. The 3rd note, same string, 4th string, 4th fret, and with the thumb. So these first 3 notes here, I'll just play them. You use the thumb for all 3 of them, and it's on the 4th string, open, 2nd fret, and the 4th string. These things, we tend to not pay a whole lot of attention to this, and you need to. You need to start understanding if they say thumb, or over here you can see a 2, this means use your 2nd finger. You'll see a 1 for index finger and so forth. So I'll do those first 3 notes, and it's doing an extra note for free. See, so let's look at the second measure. I'm only going to do the first 2 measures of this. The second measure is the thumb again, but now we're on the 3rd string open. And here's a little, almost like a little tiny roll. We have the thumb on the drone string on the bottom, the 5th string, and then we're going to use the 2nd finger now to play the open on the D string. After that, we have a thumb on the 4th string, pardon me, 4th fret. Then here's our first pinch or playing 2 strings at the same time. The thumb and the 2nd finger on these, the D string as well as the G string. So I'm going to play this real slow. See if you can just kind of watch as we're doing that. I'm trying to stand next to the table and do this, so it's a bit awkward. Let me try that again so I don't keep hitting the drone string. So there's the first line. Important to note is that you want to pay attention to if it says thumb, use your thumb. If it says 2nd finger, use your 2nd finger, and so forth. So be prepared to spend time on this. I've mentioned before, you have to almost go through it measure by measure. Try to keep your timing consistent as you're going through. It's a challenge initially, but the goal would be to, if you're going slow like we just were, to keep that timing even. Later on, and this is not for today, but when you start learning the Foggy Mountain, the G licks and things like that, these using the fingering will become really pretty important to being successful at doing that. So that's that. I'm going to see if I can't sit down and talk to you now for a moment. See if we're still focused in here. Oh, I guess that looks pretty good. There we go. Yeah, so we talked about the Banjo tab. In terms of books and learning material, there's lots of books out there. Perhaps the definitive book for banjo is this book here, the Earl Scruggs method. You can order that online. It's I don't know, $35, and it comes with a CD in the end. This is the fellow Earl Scruggs who kind of developed the Scruggs method, which is the one we're talking about. And he talks in this book about how he got started, and a lot of it's very interesting read, apart from having tons and tons of banjo stuff in it. So if you're looking for one book that you wanted to buy, this would probably be the one. Not to say that there aren't a ton of other books out there, and just as a reference, our old friend Mel Bay, of course, has a series of books, Banjo 1, 2, and 3. And then other people, Bill Keith, who developed these very, very nice Keith tuners, if you can't see, on my guitar here, on my banjo here. So there are a lot of books available. The YouTube is absolutely the way to go, particularly initially as you're learning. There, a lot of folks will help you. So let's talk just for a second about helpful YouTube sites. There are lots of them. There's three that I would pick to start with. The first one is a lady named Chris Tally Armstrong. That's C-H-R-I-S is her first name. Tally, the second name. Armstrong's her last name. She teaches a number of instruments, banjo being one of them. She's very good. You know, I would recommend looking at her videos. She's tune focused, so she'll do Cripple Creek, or she'll work on a particular song with you. The second site is a fellow named Mark Wardle, W-A-R-D-L-E, and that's just YouTube, all one word, Mark Wardle. He has about 40 videos, and his videos tend to be pretty short, like about a minute and a half. But he's sort of process focused, and very nice, very, very, very well done. And the last person is Banjo Ben Clark, and he's the person I downloaded that little tab for the grandfather's clock. He's also song focused, teaches a number of instruments, and very good. So those are three to start with. There is no end of people on YouTube who are happy to help you essentially for free. What you want to find, no pun intended, is someone that resonates with how you learn. We're people, some people react differently to different styles. So try to find someone where you say, yeah, I really like this, and follow along with them. So the last, in closing, the things I'd like to talk about is pacing yourself. Take your time, practice 10 to 15 minutes a day. Try not to overreach. Be careful for people who want to push you faster than you're comfortable going. Trying to go too fast, speed is not your friend. Trying to go too fast or trying to do a song that doesn't work for you, it's only going to make you frustrated, and you're going to put the instrument down. You're not going to do it. Life's frustrating enough. Try to stay focused on being positive, looking forward to practicing. If there's something you can do that helps you look forward to practicing every day, and every day would be great, 10 or 15 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week. So try to look forward to your practicing, and whatever you need to do, see if you can't do that. How would I recommend that you divide your practice time? Let's say you're going to do 15 minutes a day. I'd recommend you take the first 5 minutes and do rolls, forward and backward rolls. And these people I mentioned a few moments ago will tell you all about that. So I would do maybe 5 minutes of rolls. Then the last 10 minutes, I would pick a couple of songs that you want to learn. Foggy Mountain Breakdown and Cripple Creek, or pick a couple of songs, Grandfather's Clock, and download the tab and quite literally start with measure 1 and work on it measure by measure. It's going to be slow and it's going to be challenging, but that as you go along, you'll get better at doing this, and you'll be pleased with your progress as time goes by. So be methodical, take your time, download a couple of songs. If you're only practicing one song, you'll get tired of it. So I'm just saying download a couple, 2 or 3, whatever, just so you can work on one song for a while, and you get tired of that, work on another song. But if you can, try to practice 10 or 15 minutes a day. Well, that's all I have for these 3 videos. Hopefully now that you have your banjo, you'll be able to, not afraid to take it out of the case, tune the thing, understand a little bit about what's happening with your hands. and go out and look for some teaching aids on YouTube that are going to help you. If you have any questions, I would love to provide any information I can for you. If you have any questions, just post them down below, and I'll make sure I respond to those. So thanks once again. Welcome to the world of banjo. I look forward to hearing you all play soon enough.